Enchilada. Hi. Hey. Scott here again on a beautiful Wednesday in the Mile High City. How are we doing, people? People! Yeah, it's a nice day today. Of course, we are expecting a storm on the weekend. Why are we having these Friday storms? It's like it's scheduled or something. It's kind of like the way that those clouds I was talking about are just weird like that on the weekends. And in the mornings is what I notice. I don't know. We've got a 2 forecast storm this weekend. We could get a ton of snow. We could get nothing. So more will be revealed, people. Yes. Wednesday being cash, Friday Eve, right? Is that what we agreed on? Okay. I'm settling in. I had a little problem, little glitch getting on, but it's all been resolved. It's all been resolved. Welcome, Instagram. Welcome, YouTube. Welcome, scottleisure.com. We've got a lot to get to, as always. So, yeah, I know. Cash Friday. Blah, 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 blah. Every Wednesday, Scott. Well, I'm going to tell you a couple things about that. So, the data breaches, here's the top data breaches just in March of 2025. Okay. Oracle Cloud data breach. Oracle. All right. New York University data breach. SpyX stalkerware data breach. Land Rover Jaguar data breach. Okay. Now, as we spoke of before, if a former college coach is able to get into 100,000 student athletes' social media and things, I'm pretty sure there are people out there that can get into your data. They already have. We already know this. China, Zuckerberg. Oh man, I didn't even put that on the list. I watched a lot of the Zuckerberg hearing, the whistleblower from the other day. We know he's a commie. Am I going to get just shut down? Completely shut down now? If you want the Facebook story, I will give it to you. I don't have time right now. Message me, call me. If you got my number, call me. I'll tell you what happened. I got hacked on Instagram. It went against Facebook standards. They kicked me off Facebook, but left me on Instagram. What could go wrong, right? Right. Also on Monday, cash related, the Black Canyon of Gunnison National Park, it's transitioning to a fully cashless system, effective immediately. All visitors must use mobile or electronic payments for entrance to the national park. You know, you go to the mountains to get away from technology, from society, people, but you're forced to bring your phone with you. You would have it anyhow for safety, I guess, but still, it's just the way it's going. Keep cash alive, people. That's it. We're done with that. I hope everybody enjoyed the pink moon. I was going to get some good shots of the moonrise, of the moon set, and of course, Denver, we have our daily climate changes. And it was cloudy over both horizons. Clear in the sky, cloudy over the horizons. I think retrograde's still lingering a little bit as well. It could just be me. Anybody else feel it? I don't know. I got in some friendly banter with some people about here, let's just bring this up. About the colors. So the maps. We all know this. Right? Oh, what happened there? The temperature colors, right? All right. So I really believe that they try to use these reds heavier to grab it grabs your eye attention. It emphasizes the fact that we're all going to burn up. And then you see a map like this that's got this is the Farmer's Almanac 2025 for this summer. It's going to be hot and dry. It's the summer. It's going to be hot and dry. And it's Colorado. It could snow. We don't know. This is Wednesday edition, and I am Scott. Thank you for joining in. If I haven't thanked you before, 20 minutes of me ranting every week. How do you like them apples? All right. I kind of wanted to use the words climate change again to see if YouTube would put that little disclaimer up again. They seem to like that. It's good. Like I said, it educates everybody. Let's just do this though. I want to look at something. I went doing a little research as I preach. Do your research, people. Take what I say, question it, research it, draw your own conclusions. Call me out. If you want to call me out, call me out. I don't care. Throw it in the comments. The average temperature of Phoenix. Now, everybody knows Phoenix is in the desert, right? And it gets pretty hot there. It'll melt rubber, right? But if you go back, the average high temperature in Phoenix, okay, let's just roll back to 1942. 1943, the average high temperature in Phoenix, Arizona is 87.1 degrees. Okay, let's go up. Let's go up here to, let's go to 2021. It's 88.2. 2022, 87.9. Oh, we jumped 3 degrees into 2024. It's 90. All right. Climate change. Enough of that. Enough of that. Yeah. A Florida woman was arrested for selling human remains on Craigslist. And we're not shocked. We're not shocked. Like, is this the first time that's happened in Florida? Okay, last week, let's bring this guy in. Let's bring the judge in. Where's the judge? There he is. There's the judge. Last week we did not have time. I said this week we would get it up and we would do a little brief discussion here about the 10 companies that control about everything that you eat. Actually, let's bring this scene up. Just a quick image that'll really capture your brain. So there's the 10 companies. There's all of the companies that they own. Now, this is basically what you'll find at your big grocery stores, your Kroger's, things like that. That's why, we can't emphasize enough to buy small, to buy local. Use your cash and buy local. If sometimes what it takes is just for you to change your habits, do some research. A good friend of mine said, "Hey, Scott, I'm going to start buying less of better ingredients." I was like, that's magical, man. If you can find that and hold on to that, do it. And stay away from these large, right? Look at the judge. He's almost nodding in approval right there. He's not judging. He's nodding. Yeah. We don't like monopolies. Monopolies are bad. Okay. So 10 companies. We've got burning up in the summer. Data breaches. Florida woman. This Pennsylvania governor's residence fire. Oh man, this guy, Cody. I don't even remember his last name. He's not even worth it, you know. This is Cody. This is the guy who loaded up a couple of Molotov cocktails, and just rolled into the governor's mansion in Pennsylvania and just wreaked havoc. He was after the guy. He was going to hit him with a hammer. He was going to take him out. This Jewish governor, they were having Passover, and then they went to bed. And then this was all after they went to sleep. Now, they were awoken by the fire department, say, hey, get out of here. Why there's not fire alarms in the governor's mansion, I don't know. But, or a sprinkler system by this is the damage it did. Okay. Right there. I mean, if there's a sprinkler system, right? Either way, you know, one of the beauties and one of the good things about being able to do this every week is I get to speak my mind, right? It's a free country. I can speak my mind. So you know what I want to say? You know, it's people like this, not this. It's people like this. I don't even know. I've got like this mirror image thing going on. The bald guy with his tongue hanging out, Cody. It's people like that. You know, fuck that guy. Fuck you, Cody. Unacceptable. Will not be tolerated. Shove this guy in the hole. Heck, send him to one of those, send him to Guantanamo. Send him to Guantanamo right now. Deport him. Get him out of here. He's an American citizen. Deport him still. This has to end. This has to end. But what's sad is the people that need to hear that are the people that aren't listening. And I watched the press conference. God bless this governor getting up there and denouncing everything he can about the violence, about everything. But that also incites people too. So what are we going to do, people? Molotov cocktail. Yeah, he gets past the guards. He gets in the residence. He gets out of the residence. He goes back out the way he came in. He calls 911 on himself. And this is all about him not agreeing with the governor's stance on the Palestinian conflict deal. Palestinian conflict. Yeah, that could be a good name for a band. The Palestinian conflict. Maybe not. Did everybody last week release your negative energy with your toilet paper? That's all I need to know today. Maybe a little bit. All right. Well, if you didn't and you need a second chance, after we've discussed all of this crap, and yeah, if you're just tuning in, this is what we do for about 20 minutes every week. We listen to Scott rant. He tells you about some ugly shit that goes on in the world, and then we try to bring it out. We try to lift as we go into the weekend. Fair? Okay. Wednesday edition, Scott Leisure, scottleisure.com. So I've got some abundance rituals. And what I wanted to do first, let's look at the definition of abundance. As a noun, a very large quantity of something. So you could have an abundance of wealth. You could have an abundance of fears. You could have an abundance of hate. We're hopeful for some good abundance, some powerful, like monetary abundance would be great. So a few things you can do. There is cinnamon abundance. All right. Cinnamon abundance. You sprinkle some ground cinnamon on your doorstep, and it should entice prosperity into your home. Yeah. Cinnamon. Now on stage 3, cinnamon. Just the honey jar spell. Write your financial goals on paper, submerge it in honey, and seal it. Place it near a green candle. Green. Oh, yeah. Green Aventurine. Now, this is a mineral found in India, and it is a quartz. It's got this green appearance to it, obviously. So you need to hold that. Keep that close to you. Sleep with it. Put it under your pillow. And what I was practicing, or what I'm going to practice, I was writing some of these down before the podcast, blogcast. The bay leaf burning. So write your wish on the bay leaf. Now, what I did is I wrote some things kind of like we were doing last week with the toilet paper, some things I just wanted to banish too. So I want to have an abundance of the opposite, I guess. I didn't understand the assignment, people. I wrote it down wrong. I was still focused on writing down ugly stuff when I was prepping. So what I've got is ugly stuff on my sage leaves. I've got fear. I've got monopolies. But hopefully this would bring abundance of good to these things, like by eliminating them. Can we look at it like that? Instead of Scott wrote it down on the leaf wrong? All right. Oh, new country music. Yeah. And of course we end with Aurora. Let's bring some abundance to Aurora. How's that? All right. And of course, if all else fails, people, there's always the 852 hertz, right? You just plug that in your buds. Okay. Remember, we need to go to the Google. We need to look this stuff up. What was Scott talking about? Okay. How about Googling Florida Craigslist? Just a random Florida Craigslist Google will probably bring up so much stuff. Google this: data breaches this week or in the last month. See what comes up. Keep informed. And Google the Pennsylvania governor fire if you're not aware of what went on. These are Americans, and yeah, I still don't understand how the guy gets in and out, go in the same direction. But people, believe with your heart. All right. Grow your own thoughts. Do some reading. Drink your water. As always, if you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. I heard a good one this week. Worry is a misuse of information. Think that one through. Don't smoke meth. Don't smoke meth. Turn the music up. Remain calm, remain peaceful, remain loving, people. Thanks again for the likes, the shares. Yeah. It was all right tonight, huh? Not too bad. A little glitchy. I told you, I think retrograde's still kind of lingering. They said 2 weeks. Who knew? If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you'll have to go listen to the last episodes, all right? Until then, next week we'll be here soon enough. I'm Scott Leisure. Please be liking, please be sharing, please be commenting. Please be looking at the other posts. We post some fun stuff. We, me, myself, I, us as a community. That's all it is. Trying to do the right thing every day. All right. People, be safe. And that's all I got.